Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl here, Niela Odum. If this is your first time seeing this beautiful face, hi, welcome to the family. If you're a family member already, you know I love you. Mwah, kisses to you. Thank you for coming back to my channel. So 10 important things to do once you arrive Canada. Coming to Canada is different for everybody. We all have different reasons why we're coming. These 10 things cut across every person. Whatever you're coming to do in Canada, these 10 tips will help you. So the first thing you do when you get to Canada is to get a SIM card. You can do this at the airport, or if you're not able to do it at the airport because maybe you land late or you don't land on time, and maybe when you get here they are closed or something, or immigration takes a longer time than normal, you can do this the next day when you leave the airport. Okay, when you get to your temporary stay or your permanent stay, whatever the situations. With that you can access internet, with that you can access Wi-Fi, your phone. You can do anything you want to do, whether within Canada or outside Canada, right? Immediately we land, so many people begin to change their money or move their monies here and there, so you need to get a SIM card so your phone is functional. The second thing to do once you arrive Canada is to open an account. You need a bank account. When most people, when they come in with hard currency, come in with dollars. So it's not safe moving around with your money or keeping your money in your house unattended to, right? Sometimes when you land in Canada, you might land and stay in a temporary apartment before you get your permanent accommodation. So it's necessary to open an account immediately you get into Canada. Sometimes you might be fortunate to do this in the airport if you land in time, okay? And when you land, the airport, the banks stands are still open because they have bank stands around in the airport. You can open an account at the airport once you land, if you land in time. But if you don't, the next day you can do this. Remember, whatever you're going to do, make sure you carry all your documents, your passport, your permit, speed work permit, student permit, whatever documents you have, identification or your purpose in Canada, you carry all of that to the bank and then you open your bank account. The third thing you need to do is to get your SIN, which is your SIN. This is your social insurance number. Now this number, as a student, you get a SIN, or as a worker you get a SIN. Like if you come in on your study permit or you come in on your work permit, right, you get a SIN. If you come in on the work permit, with this number you can apply for a job. If you want to work and you don't have a SIN, you're not eligible to work. Your SIN is your legal ID to prove that you are permitted to work in Canada. As a student, your course might permit you to have co-op. So co-op is like what we call IT back home, right, where you can work while you study. And that work has to do, like, you can do a job related to the course you're doing. So as you're schooling, you're building your work experience, right? So your SIN allows you to work for your co-op, and as someone on the work permit, your SIN is your ID for you to be able to work, because without that SIN you can't get paid. That's like your proof that you are permitted to work in Canada. The fourth thing to do is to get your driver's license. So I'm going to do a full video, a very more detailed video on how to get your driver's license, what you will need and all of that. But why I have this as number 4 is because most of the jobs you're going to be doing, especially if you're on a work permit, so many jobs require, like, it's one of the top requirements. You must be mobile, you must have a car. And I asked around, I'm like, why is it that they always ask this question? Because I don't understand, why is a car a necessity to get a job and all of that. And then people are like, most times when people are maybe late to work, or they don't show up at work, there's always one excuse, or oh, I couldn't get the bus, oh, the bus delayed and all of that. So they like the fact that you have your own personal car, so it will aid your mobility and get you to work in time in case you have something to do or you need to be somewhere. They are sure that you can get there in time. Okay, now this is one thing I have come to understand. Like, so many jobs always require that you are mobile. The number 5 point is to get your insurance. So back home, from where I come from, Nigeria, we're not so big on insurance. Personally, I don't know about any other person, but speaking for myself, I'm not so big on insurance. I really don't see the big deal. I don't know. It's not just something, I grew up doing, or I'm not big on insurance. That's that. But here, it's a requirement. You have to have insurance. You have to insure your house. You have to pay insurance for your house, whether it's rented or it's your own. You're paying insurance. Your car, you're paying insurance. Health insurance. There are so many things you need to insure when you're residing in Canada. So I'll advise you to make sure you have insurance, no matter how little the package is, or no matter how just do what you can, right? Do what you can afford and get insurance. If you are a dependent, meaning you're like on a work permit and your husband or your spouse is on a study visa, some schools anyway, I don't know about, other provinces, but in Ontario, most schools provide insurance for the students. Like my husband's school provides insurance, right? So when you arrive, your husband or your spouse, whoever is the student, can now add you as the dependent and your children to their own insurance and maybe pay the excess or pay any difference, or I don't know how. Just find out how it works and do what's best for you. But insurance is a big deal. You have to get insurance, because if anything happens, nobody's praying for, there are what we call unforeseen circumstances, right? Things can come up, things can happen that you did not plan for, you did not even envision, but these things happen. So to avoid stories that touch in just simple terms, get insurance. Okay. But 6 is get accommodation. Most times when we're coming from outside Canada, it's difficult to get or secure accommodation from outside Canada. Some people are fortunate, some people are not. Some people get houses, before they land, while some don't. So if you fall under the situation or the group of people that don't get accommodation before coming to Canada, from your temporary accommodation, you can do these 5 things I've talked about, okay? And then when you get your permanent, or you can then get your permanent accommodation, okay? But immediately you touch base, immediately you touch the ground, hit the ground running, okay? Hit the ground running and try to secure an accommodation, because the housing situation in Canada it's on another level right now and it can get wild. So immediately you touch base, try to get in touch with realtors around you, try to get in touch with people who assist in trying to get accommodation. Go online. There are a lot of platforms where you can search for houses. When you're here, it's easier because you're on ground, your location has changed, your information has changed, so many things are easier. That's why, like, imagine, let's say you get into Canada in 2 days time, you have your phone number and everything. When you get on these platforms, once you impute your number, it is so easy to start. Like, people who, if there's an opening, they can easily reach you, they can easily connect with you. Even on Facebook Marketplace, it's easier to set up meetings, because so many of them, they like to set viewings. They call it viewings. Like, you can come see the apartment or see the house before you take it, and you make your decision. So it's easier that way, because back home, even if you see a house and they ask you to come for a viewing, if you're not fortunate to have like a close friend or a family member or somebody who is willing to help you go check the place out, it's almost as good as useless, because you cannot pay for a house that you have not seen with your eyes, or somebody has not vetted for you, okay, to escape being scammed or falling victim of any fake dealings and stuff like that. Number 7, know and explore your environment. When you've gotten an apartment or you've gotten a permanent accommodation, get to know your environment, get to know where you're staying. Go online, research about the area, find stores close to you, do research about your environment and get to know where you're going to be staying. The number 8 point will be get your kids in school. Okay, now for how it works here, you don't choose the school you want your child to go to, right? Whatever, they have the Catholic school board and they have the public school board. So if you decide that you want your child to go, to have a religious based education, then you'll apply on the Catholic school board. But if you just want the public school board, you apply on the public school board, right? Now, whichever one you apply to, they'll use your permanent address to post your child to a school. The school closest to that address. That's how it works, right? So every school has a blanket area. Every school has a vicinity that they service. So you can't be staying, let's say if you're staying in Port Harcourt, you can't be staying in Rumokoro and your child will now be in Eleme. No. If you're living in Rumokoro, you're going to be going to a school that is serviced within that area, or a school that services within that area, right? So that's how it works. So immediately you get your permanent address, then you can get school for your kids. Because if you're staying in an Airbnb, you don't know where your house is going to be. You can't use that Airbnb address to get a school for your children. That's why accommodation is very important. Number 9 will be getting yourself ready for job applications and job search. So if you're on a work permit coming to Canada, most of the times it seems like our experience from back home, they don't really value it that much at entry. So they always expect that you should get Canada job experience and all of that. So, but whatever the situation is, whatever your decisions are, whatever it is you want to do, get your resume ready, get your documents ready, whatever it is you need. Prepare your CV based on the experience you have and what it is you're targeting to do here. Whatever that may be, it's up to you. I won't tell you what to do or what, the jobs to search for, but you know what you want to do, what you can do, what you're skilled to do. Go online, research, learn how to prepare your CV in the Canadian style, because in Canada they don't do CV the way we do back home. Their CVs are more straight to the point, not as detailed as ours back home. So prepare your CV, start applying for jobs, register on different platforms where you'll be getting job listings and job postings, and you can apply. It makes it easier, it makes it more accessible. You'll be able to see numerous job offers or numerous jobs that are available within you or close to you and around you and even outside of your province. Okay, so get on that as soon as possible. Number 10 and the final point will be to learn new skills. Okay, whatever job you want to do, even if you find out that what you're applying for now, you're in Canada, you're not getting response, not getting any invites for interviews, or you're not getting any response generally from the jobs you're applying for because of what it is you did back home, that maybe you're not finding it here. Learn new skills, get into new positions, learn about new positions, learn about new things. There are so many things you can learn, there are so many things you can do, so many options out there you can choose and decide to do. So it will prepare you for possibilities that might come your way, or other options apart from what it is you already had in mind before coming. So just get new skills, get yourself prepared. And if the jobs you're looking for, maybe what you even learned from back home, they are needing new things, or the requirements here have more things added to it, then you learn those things. Okay, put yourself in a position that if you are called for a job, you are well read about it, or you have experience about it. Even if you don't have that immediate experience, sure, you have an idea of what it is they're going to be asking you about, right? So get yourself prepared and be in the best position so that when you are called for an interview, you will not flop. Okay, now this is a bonus. Okay, once you land in Canada and you have your phone active, Wi-Fi or whatever, just get on different job sites and start registering. It's simple. Just drop your email, drop your number or whatever. Some of them do text, while some of them do emails. The emails can be overwhelming, but believe you me, if you receive 10 in a day, you sift through, you will see 4 that will be perfect for you, or that you would like to apply to. And don't stop applying, don't get tired of applying. Every day you make sure you send out applications to different job postings, because when you get registered on these sites, I'm going to be leaving links to sites in the description below, and then you can check them out. Once you're in Canada, you register on these sites. There are job sites where you can register, and they'll be sending you job openings as per the positions you are applying for. I hope this video was helpful. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share with a friend, someone you know who will need it. If you love this video and you want more of such content, please encourage me in the comment section. Ask your questions in the comment section. If there's anything you want me to talk about, let me know in the comment section. I will be more than excited to do a video on it. Thank you guys for watching. If you have not subscribed at this point, please click on the subscribe button. Thank you. See you guys in my next video. Bye.